that we must interact with. We may agree with certain aspects and not agree with others, and feel that there is an omission on a particular matter and therefore it should have been covered. So that's how we're going to proceed, Honorable Mvalo. Thanks. Honorable Adams.
Thank you, Chairperson. Chairperson, I just think it's a little bit amateurish, considering the sensitivity and the importance of this meeting, that Parliament comes back here with a legal opinion. You should be coming back here with a legal finding, because an opinion is something that can be challenged. A finding is something that an attorney is saying, I am willing to risk my practitioner's license on what I'm committing to paper. So in the interest of transparency, Chairperson, considering where we're going, I think we need to step up a little bit. Thank you.
Remember, in terms of the terms of reference from the Speaker, the findings are supposed to be done by you, not the Legal Services Unit. So that responsibility, Honorable Adams, is given to you, not the officials of the Legal Services Unit. We are here to do that finding and present to Parliament. Honorable Shabane.
No, thanks, Chair. I agree with our colleague that we must allow the legal opinion to be presented. So there may be two options that the joint committee may consider if the issues that need to be included. One is to give members of the committee, once the presentation has been made, we can consider to reconvene the session later on the other date, so that members are able to solicit views and contribute to that opinion. And I think that is an important suggestion, that we allow the legal opinion to be presented and matters raised. If the joint committee feels that there's still more work to be done, we can allow the opportunity and reconvene for a second session. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Honorable Shabane. We are duty-bound members to adopt the report before the 23rd. So we'll shape the discussion, we'll shape the approach, we'll shape the mechanism the Parliament should use in attending to these matters. But we are duty-bound to then come back and adopt that report as a true reflection of what we would have discussed in this meeting. Honorable Mwela, coming to you.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm also in agreement that we should allow the legal opinion to be presented, because it will guide us to do the work in terms of the terms of reference which were given as the committee, to be able to come with those recommendations. I think it will not hurt to allow the legal opinion, so that we'll be able to be guided to know which boundaries we should be taking and what legally are we binded to, because this particular matter, some might be sub judice or so, but with the legal opinion, we'll be able to guide the committee when we'll be indulging with this particular matter of national importance, and which will also guide the committee to come to the recommendations given a legal perspective, which will align our work. So I'm just saying, let's allow the legal opinion to make presentations and not limit our discussions even outside the legal opinion, as the Honourable Member has advised, which also align with what the agenda of today is, to deal with these particular matters in the terms of reference, and also to have a way forward and a guideline of which approach we should be taking in addressing this particular matter of national importance. That is my submission. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mwela. Honorable Schilling.
Thank you, Chair. Eventually.
Apologies.
No problem, Chair. It's because I have a difficult surname. Chair, you know, it's 9:30. We've been here for a half an hour debating whether we should adopt the agenda and whether we should be discussing this matter. We have wasted 30 minutes of the citizens of South Africa's time debating something that we very much know we are here to discuss today. we should carry on with the legal opinion, because that will form the backbone of what we are going to do. That will inform our terms of reference. So can we please, Chair, carry on with the agenda and get to a point so that we can discuss it, because we're going to be sitting here the whole day, and at 12:30 we haven't done any of the work that we're actually supposed to be doing here. So while I agree that there are relevant questions that the other members have asked, I agree they're relevant and they needed clarity. But we also need to get to a point where we now decide, okay, this is what we're going to do. We listen to the opinion, and that can inform us going forward, because as a committee we're here today. We're not here as political parties. We're here as a committee, and we must together make a decision so that we can carry on with the work of today. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Can we call legal services to come forward? I'm going to come to you, Honorable Skosana. Can we call legal services to come forward? No, you are not going to present from the back. You must come forward here in front of members. One can sit here whilst one is presenting. Here. So that if you are going to change, they are close to the podium. Whilst you are coming, let's go to Honorable Skosana.
Thank you, Chair. For me, you know, if the foundation is not right, rush, we can rush because of time. But it won't help. Why the rush? If members have questions here, let's deal with those questions in this meeting. We can't be saying, no, you know, because of time, then we have to rush. If people have questions, I think you are capable of answering those questions. For me, from where I'm sitting, number one, before even this joint sitting, as a police portfolio committee, we needed to bring back South African police top management back to our portfolio committee before even this joint meeting. But for the sake of progress, because we are here now, let's continue, but let's not be rushed. That, you know what, is a waste of time, people are wasting time. You know, if the foundation is not right, we're gonna crumble. We can rush up to the 23rd because of time frames. But at the end of the day, there'll be a legal challenge. Then we are coming back here again. So we should not be intimidating each other and rush because of we want to complete the report. Let's do the right thing, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Skosana. That's noted. Legal services.
Thanks, Chairperson. Thank you, Chairperson, and good morning, honorable members. Chairperson, I just want to provide, my name is Zingisa Zenani, I'm from the Parliament Legal Services. And with my colleague, Andile Tejana, we're working together and we've been tasked to provide legal assistance to the Police Portfolio Committee on Police and Portfolio Committee on Justice and Constitutional Development in regard to the Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi media briefing issues that arise from the media briefing by Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. So, Chairperson, I just want to provide context of the issues that legal services has been requested to attend to. First, there was a request for a legal opinion that came before the instruction from the Speaker for the 2 or 3 committees to deal with the matter. The request that came from the Portfolio Committee on Police was for legal services to advise whether the sub judice rule finds application and whether the committee can proceed to deliberate without necessarily interfering in confidential police matters. So the issue was whether or not, in light of the sub judice rule, the Portfolio Committee on Police can deliberate on the matters that were raised by in the Mkhwanazi media briefing. So that was the scope of the initial legal
accountability. Multi-party parliamentary committees must, it uses the peremptory language, must have oversight of all security services in a manner determined by national legislation or the rules and orders of Parliament. But Chairperson, we want to dissect the internal logic of what oversight means. And of course, Chairperson, borrowing from the work of the task team, which was tasked to develop the oversight and accountability model for Parliament in 2003. This is the definition they came up with. Oversight is a constitutionally mandated function of legislative organs of state to scrutinize and oversee executive action and any organ of state. And of course, Chairperson, the key words being to scrutinize and to oversee. It is the crucial role of legislatures in monitoring and reviewing the actions of the executive organ of government. And again, Chairperson, the word that comes to mind there is monitoring and reviewing. Now, Chairperson, this committee or the committee system is one such mechanism for oversight and accountability. Now, Chairperson, I want us to speak briefly or to talk briefly about the scope and ambit of parliamentary oversight. And the question, Chairperson, being, how far can Parliament as an institution take its constitutionally mandated oversight function? Chairperson, you will agree with me that parliamentary oversight has got constraints. And one of those constraints, Chairperson, is the doctrine of separation of powers. And of course, Chairperson, at the risk of preaching to the converted, we all understand what the doctrine of separation of powers is. And I think, Chairperson, it would militate against the doctrine of separation of powers if Parliament were to be turned into a law enforcement agency or primarily as an investigatory body. Because, Chairperson, we know that those functions fall within the domain or province of the executive. And Chairperson, to quote from two eminent scholars, Parliament's control over the executive means influence, not direct power. It means advice, not command. It means criticism, not obstruction. It means scrutiny, not initiation. And it means publicity, not secrecy. Now, in terms of the presentation, Chairperson, that we have come to deliver to you this morning, you will agree with me, Chairperson, that there are issues which General Mkhwanazi has raised, which of course, in our opinion as legal services, do not require a formal inquiry in order for those issues to be addressed. One of which, Chairperson, is the issue of the status of the political killings task team. You will recall, Chairperson, that Honorable Mkhwanazi told the nation that there was a letter from Minister Mchunu, which of course had directives about closing the task team itself. But of course, General Mkhwanazi told us that given the fact that that instruction did not come from the National Commissioner, the work of that commission is still continuing. We also know, Chairperson, that there's about 121 case dockets that were allegedly taken away from this political killings task team to Mr. Sibia's office by the minister. We are told that 5 of these dockets had instructions to arrest the perpetrators. All I'm trying to demonstrate, Chairperson, is that for this information, for Parliament to ask what is the status of these 121 dockets, I don't think this requires a formal inquiry, Chairperson. Then, Chairperson, there's an issue of filling of vacancies within crime intelligence. You will recall that General Mkhwanazi told the nation that, for instance, the commander of crime investigations, in KwaZulu-Natal, that post still remains vacant. so is the crime intelligence commander. And I think Honorable Ngola just gave us the statistics regarding confidence in the police and so on. But Chairperson, we say that this particular commission is independent and it is not executive-led. Now, Chairperson, if we can go to the options, of course, available to Parliament, and of course, members will deliberate on this, is the fact that...
Sorry, Chair, can I just get clarity? Did the presenter just say that it is invalid? I couldn't hear. Could you just repeat what he said about the Commission of Inquiry?
Okay. No. Okay, thanks. I think.
No,
it's
that's fine. You can give clarity.
All right.
It's important to ask.
Yes. No, it's fine. No. I'm not saying it's invalid, honorable member. All I'm saying is there is skepticism. I'm sorry, about